Hello YouTube, this is eSmoker 101, and what I've been trying to find on YouTube for a while is people not to be skeptical about electronic cigarettes, so I figured I'd make a video. Now, why to be skeptical is because the FDA is trying to have involvement. Why? Because they say there's too high concentrates of nicotine, and the food preservative that is used to create the vapor is considered to be in your windshield wiper fluid. And what they do not tell you is the food preservative that is in your windshield wiper fluid is actually put in there to make windshield wiper fluid safe for you to use on your vehicle and to be around. They don't tell you that. And also, the high concentrates of nicotine is consumed by users, but once you get up to 50, 60 milligrams of nicotine, which people do not sell, once you start using those in a pure concentrate, then you are looking at lethal doses and high toxicity of nicotine. Now, also, what they don't tell you, I did the math, in here is 10 milliliters. Now, 1 milliliter is considerably the same amount of nicotine in a pack of cigarettes. Also, there's about 20 drops that you have to use up to consider to be using one pack of cigarettes worth of nicotine. But what else they don't tell you is from 1995 to 2001, they increased all nicotine in cigarettes by 25%. Why? To get you more addicted. Now, nicotine when it's in non-burning form is healthy for you. Nicotine when it's not being burned, remind, not being burned, is only addictive. That is the only bad thing about nicotine. It's addictive. That's why they put it in cigarettes. It's naturally a very high dose into regular tobacco once it gets refined down. But the FDA has been adding more to the cigarettes and tobacco chews that millions, as the health department will issue it, 47 million people in the United States smoke, as well as the rest of the world. I mean, it's in everybody's culture. Cigarettes, cigarettes, cigarettes. It also used to be a form that whenever a leader of a country smoked a cigarette, it made them more powerful. That's what they considered it. Truman was a smoker, and a lot of our other presidents in this country were smokers. But what I would like to say is please, 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 please do not be skeptical about using electronic cigarettes. They are beneficial towards you. Nicotine, as I said earlier, in a non-burning form is good for you. They have proven studies that it helps Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, Tourette's, ADD, ADHD. Reason why is because nicotine has shown positive reactions in the brain. As your brain processes nicotine, it increases focus, alertness. It also has a high rate chart scale in MRIs to CAT scans, whatever they're called, check the brain waves, to improve your brainwave functionality. It lets your brain be able to receive more receptors from whatever you're doing more than a regular with not nicotine. Also, I'm saying this is not a reason to start smoking or start vaping. It is just the studies proven to people who already smoke. I know a lot of people who ask me, about the e-cigarette and everything else, and they're not for sure what they want to do. They're not for sure if they want to do it because of what they've heard on the news. I've shown to them, proven to them, given them the website links. E-cigarettes are, in fact, safe. Now, they try to say high contents of nicotine, but the FDA allows pharmacists who have certain diseases, doctors for their patients who have certain diseases, my mistake, they are able to prescribe people liquid nicotine to put in their teas. Nicotine naturally does have a numbing taste. A lot of people I know who accidentally get a little bit of liquid in their mouth from sucking a little too hard. Feels like Novocaine. Now, not being a genius, not saying that I know what I'm talking about. This is just the research I have done. And people, I'm telling you, I've been a smoker for 8 years. I feel great. I use the Joy 510, also known as the Yeti, from altsmoke.com. You know what? I love it. I love the throat hit it gets. I've tried other brands. The other brands I've tried were Blue Cig. No, I didn't like them. I don't know why. I thought it was a little neat because it had its own PCC. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the throat hit. I didn't like the customer service. I've also tried the smoke tip, even though they have an 8-hour life battery, and also they have a very good review, but I just didn't like the flavors they had. I did not like the throat hit. I have gone around the local mall in my area, Ross Park Mall, tried the smoke everywhere. From what I've heard about it, it's a piece of crap, and whenever I did a little sample at the mall, I thought it sucked. Too expensive. I'm happy with my Yeti, my 510. Everybody, happy vaping. If smokers are watching this, please do not be worried about everything else that you might be seeing about the FDA and everybody else. I truly believe this will help you quit smoking. I quit smoking cigarettes within 5 days because I was determined. I was determined to quit, and it helped me hit it over. I also, some people are saying, what about the patch? What about the gum? I've tried both of them. The gum was only good enough whenever I went to school. When I went to school, I'd probably go through about 15 pieces. The patch gives you nightmares if you leave it on by accident. It's a bitch to rip off if you want to take it off too early. Hey, I'm just here to let people know, previous smokers, fellow vapors, um, don't worry about it. What's the difference? Cigarettes have 4,000 chemicals in it, and 60 are known to cause cancer. So what if you got a little bit of food preservative that you eat every day whenever you go out to eat breakfast or McDonald's, even fine diners? How do you think the food stays fresh in the fridge? Anyway, everybody, please excuse the crazy hair and everything else. I just kind of had a nag to go on and put this video up. Everybody, happy vaping.